Hi guys, so my name is Sarah Fales and I'm an admissions advisor at UC Davis. I'm actually from Chico, from Butte County, I just wanted to jump on a little bit early and I have this recording for you. I'm going to talk about 15 minutes just all about Davis, and then I'm going to jump on, talk more about some of the admission requirements, and answer all of your questions about the UC application. So just a little bit of background about UC Davis and what we're known for. So we're the #1 in the nation for agriculture, for veterinary medicine, for campus sustainability, and we're rated 5th best public university in the nation, mostly for the resources that we provide our students, our financial aid, of course, our scholarships, our internship opportunities, our all of our hands-on experiences that students can participate while they're in campus, and of course tutoring and resources, and then just community centers that we have available to students on campus. So it's really important to we say, dig into your passions. We do really have a personal approach to learning, very hands-on with laboratories, fields, clinics, art design. We have a ton of different studios for music and theater. You can learn how to drive a tractor, brew coffee. We have flipping sheep. You can learn how to flip sheep, code. You can stay as dirty as you want or stay as clean as you want. There's really experiences really for everybody. And all these experiences are kind of offered throughout our 4 colleges. So we have over 100 different majors and plus 100 different minors. So there's a lot of different ways that you can kind of get connected. We do have 6 professional schools also at UC Davis, so that is after you get your bachelor's degree. You could go on to either medical school, maybe law school, or some kind of professional school, depending on what you're interested in, nursing. So we have 6 different professional schools, and embedded into all of these majors, you can really choose any major that you want. We have really great pathway programs in campus that can help you to prepare. So say if you were an English major but you really wanted to study medicine, you can take the prerequisite classes while still an English major, and we have programs that will basically help you, advise you in workshops, and help you throughout the whole entire process as an undergrad, all the way through applying to these graduate programs. So do know that your major, choose something that you're really passionate about, and know that for whatever professional program, if you are interested in pursuing, you'll be well prepared at UC Davis. So aside from our majors, we do have a pretty big culture of kind of work hard, play hard at campus. We have a really good gym, if you would call it. It's called the Activities and Recreation Center. It's huge. It's like the nicest, largest gym ever. Plus, we have a lot of great pools on campus too, but a lot of great art centers, and we have bowling on campus. There's so many ways to kind of get involved. Our majors and our whole our network at UC Davis is really meant to kind of prepare students to collaborate, work together, but we also want students to be able to have fun and kind of blow off steam too. We have really great programs that you can do to go hiking, take trips, and of course, I mentioned study abroad. We have over 800 different clubs on campus that are all student run, that you can kind of get yourself exposed to UC Davis. We have really great career centers and community centers on campus as well. So just different ways to kind of get connected and kind of, find your people at campus. So UC Davis is known as a friendly campus, but we're also very collaborative, and we really want students to kind of feel like they found a home away from home and really feel supported in whatever their needs may be culturally, or maybe tailored to their major. Any kind of special assistance you may need, you can definitely find it on campus, whether it be a disability service or even just having sensitivities to foods. We have really great dining commons with chefs that tailor menus to fit every single student's needs and can even tailor a menu to you. We also have really great programs on campus to help the needs of really all students. We have a great program called the Pantry that students can come and get free necessities and food. A lot of the food that we give to our students is actually grown at UC Davis on campus, which is pretty great. So don't ever be afraid to ask for help at Davis. There's so many different programs that students can get assistance with, even for stable housing, finances, to really make students succeed. So California is definitely our #1 priority, our California students, because we're a California institution, and we have a lot of jobs on campus for our students as well. So whether you want an internship, you want to do work study, and work study would help you essentially, have a job on campus and would help cover some of your tuition costs or housing costs, but you can also not do the work study and just get a job on campus. Some great ones, Unitrans. We have a free transportation service called Unitrans buses, which is completely run by students in the student government. So you can have a job there. You can work at a number of our food establishments. We have so many different placements on campus that you can work for, or even visit the ICC, the Internship and Career Center, and kind of learn about the programs that you can do here on campus or overseas, or maybe even in Sacramento. We have a lot of great programs to connect students with, whether you're job shadowing or just even just getting help for that next step. Networking, creating a resume. We have really great programs to kind of help students along the way. Okay, so for tuition at UC Davis, for California residents, the Blue and Gold Opportunity Program is by far the most popular and well-known program that we have. So essentially, if your family income is total $80,000 or less, California residents do not pay tuition at all. So it is completely waived. But we have other programs and scholarships as well. I would say another popular one, if your family income is 120 or less, is our Aggie grant plan, and that will cover up to 30% of your tuition and fees. So overall, about 52% of our students do not graduate with any loan debt. And it's also important to know that your application is actually a scholarship application too. So there's actually nothing you need to do to be qualified for those other scholarships other than filling out your UC application. So in general, just graduating with UC at the UC degree, UC's graduates make on average more than students who graduate with a non-UC application, or degree. So that's pretty big, and I think just UC in general is just known for its rigorous coursework and degrees, and just the experiences and connections that students make. I've already mentioned before that we really want UC Davis to feel like a home away from home. You're going to be doing a lot of awesome research and learning, but we really want you to make a community of friends. So we have a lot of different opportunities and ways that you can do that on campus. Leaving home and going to a big campus can seem very scary, but UC Davis is really known as a very friendly campus and kind of that home away from home, and also just happens to be one of the closest, maybe aside from Chico State, one of the closest universities that we have. And Chico State is California State University, and UC is so we're different systems, so we have completely different kind of majors and options that we offer to our students. So a little bit briefly about freshman admission. We'll cover more of this when I talk to you live, but for freshman requirements, we are test free. That is the most important takeaway. So no SAT or ACT. We will not look at it at all. And then our admit rate is about 59%. And then our freshman admission statistics, just know that the GPA that we admit at is about a 50%. So you do need to have over a 3.0 to qualify for UC Davis. And I would say our majors that we admit highest at are definitely our engineering and our computer science. We do admit by major for those particular majors, but everywhere else we're admitting by college. So just know that we have great exploratory programs in some of our colleges, except for the College of Engineering. But all three of our other colleges, you can choose an exploratory major and do a program that'll kind of help you decide what you want to do on campus. If you are thinking of doing the transfer route, do know that we do have really great programs. We have a tag guarantee program. If you wanted to say go to Butte College first, take your first 2 years and then transfer in as a junior, you can complete all your lower division requirements for the major of choice. We have really great programs and really great advisors that can kind of help you along the way. So if this is something that you end up do a community college first and then transferring, we have programs, and you can go to literally any community college in the state of California and get prepared and transfer in. So we don't have a special agreement with, say, Butte College versus Santa Barbara City College. We help all students equally. So if you do want to, travel away and go to community college first, or even stay home, just know that's a really great option. So the UC application is open right now in the month of November, and it's due the very last day of November. So just a few application tips as you're working on it. So it's one application for all 9 of our campuses, and you can choose the campuses that you do want to apply to. If you do qualify for a fee waiver, it'll actually tell you on the application as you're entering in your financial information. You can apply up to 4 colleges for free. So if you qualify for that, definitely take advantage and choose 4 colleges to apply to, 4 different UCs, I should say. You're going to be doing self-reported information initially. We check everything on the back end when we admit students, but everything is self-reported. So make sure everything is honest and accurate. Definitely make sure to ask for help. We have a ton of workshops going on. And then just some tips to avoid, of course, it's one application for all 9 campuses. So try to avoid being campus specific, unless, of course, you did some type of program on a campus. So of course you can mention that, but all the colleges that you apply to will be reading the same personal insight questions. So you can't do a separate one for Davis and a separate one for like Berkeley. They're all going to be the same. We'll see the same information that you submit. You don't need to use any quotes or slang or philosophical or creative writing. Really, the personal insight questions that we have on the application is in place of an interview, since we don't have the capacity to do one-on-one interviews with students. So we really are just asking you a direct question. We want you to give direct answer with specific examples so that we can kind of get to know you and the experiences that you have gone through. And then there's no need for titles, of course. And you don't need to add any kind of external links. And we also don't do any letters of recommendation either for the UC application. So really it's all just self-reported, so no testing. The only thing that we could see is if you've taken an AP or IB exam, we can see that information, or an SAT subject exam, but not like the total SAT or ACT. We don't look at any of those. So just a little bit about the personal insight questions. And then, of course, I'll pop on a little bit and I'll answer some more of your questions. But the personal insight questions, there's 8 topics, and you get to choose 4. And again, these are basically like interview questions. So use I statements. I did this. I learned this. So we really want to make sure that it's kind of in an interview format, and you don't need to do a creative story. So we're really just trying to get to know you and learn all about all of your experiences. And providing context is, really important. So, include relevant details. So don't talk about things that happened, before high school, unless it was something that really impacted you and who you are today. Of course, you can kind of mention that, but still try to focus on what you've learned, these last 4 years in high school. And then we do have additional comment sections if you need to explain something, like maybe there was a dip in your education. We all went through COVID, so we all understand that there's challenges there, or the pandemic, I should say. So we all understand there's challenges there. Of course, just living in the area, you've even had more impacts with the fires. So anything that you may need to describe that's impacted your education in any way, or you that didn't quite fit into the personal insight questions, take advantage of the additional comment section to add more content there. Everything that you submit in the UC application will be reviewed. So just a little bit about the timeline. The application is open right now, and it's due the very end of November. And then during that time, you will, so every UC you apply to, you'll actually get a UC portal account you'll need to set up. Start to do that around December time. And then you'll be working on your financial aid, FAFSA or California Dream Act, and that is open but due by March 2nd. And then, of course, we will release in mid-March our decisions. Every UC releases differently in March. And then for all UCs, the deadline is May 1st. So I am going to go ahead and jump on in a few minutes, answer more personal questions that you have about or the UC, about any of our majors. But we do have a lot of great workshops. We do live tours. So come to Davis and visit us in person, but you can also look online if you like. You can also check out some of our blogs. And then, of course, there's a lot of different ways to stay connected. We do have a great student call center. And so that area, that number 530-752-2971, that is a call center. You can actually call and talk to students about anything that you want about campus majors, any of their experiences. And if you have more in-depth questions, of course, you can reach out to me, or you can ask to talk to an advisor, and they'll transfer you whoever's on call that